clouds right now. We're just gonna see how it goes.
So let's go fix that first before I go insane.
All right, folks, time to get to work.
I have to make this work. Are we having fun yet?
What do you think?
I'm so excited. Deliriously tired, but so excited.
Right?
It's so hard to say hello.
How many have you had?
Sorry.
Hey everybody, welcome back. So we're gonna jump right into it. In this episode, we are convinced, wrongfully, that we're about ready to leave. After Nicole, we had a bucket list of things that needed to be fixed, and once they were fixed, we thought, let's go to the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Right?
We had no real reason to think that we weren't ready. We were naive, of course, and inexperienced. But to our knowledge, we had fixed pretty much everything that needed to be fixed on the boat, and we were ready to go.
And upgraded all the stuff that needed to be upgraded.
Yes.
So this week, one of the last things we're going to do is replace the nav lights and the steaming light and the deck light with LEDs. Get more light, use a lot less electricity. The one thing we haven't fixed since Nicole is the generator. So we need to fix that. And then I think we have some little things like lubing the sail track. We just did that just so that it would move up and down easy. And we leave. We leave Cape Canaveral.
I know. That's been our home for how many? 6 months?
Yeah.
Something like that. So
Cape
yeah.
Marina. We leave B-Doc, our support staff.
I know. Yeah, apparently
Hey,
they
here's
were
the B-Doc.
You guys were the glue that held it all together because it all went to hell after we left.
That's so true. All right. So, for starters, we just went down, and we're not going to show you replacing a bulb because that's not super fancy fun. But as an example, the stern nav light on this boat was a 25-watt light bulb, incandescent, old, those little fuse-looking bulbs. We replaced it with a brighter 1-watt bulb. I was able to do those really fast and easy, but the steaming light and the deck light, Misha has to go up for.
I'm going up the mast this morning, and only about halfway up. We need to go to the first set of spreaders. That's where our deck light and our steaming light are. And right now they're old bulbs, and I'm not even sure if they work, but they need to be replaced with LED bulbs.
You will need a screwdriver.
Screwdriver, thank you. And
Bitbox.
bitbox. I think that should be
Okay.
it. Here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna figure out how to get the bulbs out of here and get down as quickly as possible because we've got a bit of a breeze. Okay, so that wasn't so bad. The top part of it just kind of screwed off, unscrewed. I did not need a screwdriver or any tools or anything like that. And you can see there's the old bulb, which I'm going to remove. And then the deck light, deck light, which is underneath. And I think I just have to pull that out too. I can't really see it, so I'm just gonna have to do it by feel.
So that was quick and easy. When we left, if you've been watching from the beginning, when we left Miami, the generator went out. The raw water line leaked so bad, like it was just spraying water. So we assumed that was a hose replacement. All right. New hose. Yay, that's going to replace this old horrible hose. This thing is so dry rotted, like it leaks out of most of these cracks over here. It leaks out of most of these. I mean, when we were taking it apart, it just the tips were popping off of it and stuff like that. So, not bueno hose. Bueno hose. Yay. Got new hose clamps. Got a whole bag of them just because this is a standard size on a lot of places on the boat. and might as well have extra hose clamps. This belt that came off the generator, horrible. I mean, you can see, like, if you look at it, thick here, thin there, really, I mean, you can see the wear marks on the inside there. That's bad. Okay. And it's probably a little stretched out. It was not tight enough, and it would slip on the pulley. It's really hard to adjust the tensioner. You know, it's just one of those, like, there's a bolt in a groove, and you loosen it, move the bolt, and then tighten it. It was really, I was like pulling on it with my hand to get this to even tighten. It wouldn't work. This belt, and I'm showing you all the part number one if you have a Collier 9 kilowatt generator, but also this belt is 4/10 of an inch shorter than this belt part number. Now obviously this belt is worn and stretched and worthless, but this belt factory is not 4/10 of an inch shorter effective circumference. So my hope is that by weaseling this on, I can then pull on that tensioner. It's not a tensioner, but move the pump out easier and get it nice and tensioned, so it'll move. With this and the new hose, that generator should be flying, making us all kinds of power, sipping diesel. So right now, let's put the hose back on and then this on, and put the floor back together so I don't have a big hole in my floor. That sounds like a fun plan. That was not the end of it. The first fix, we thought we fixed it, but we did not put it under load. You got to put it under load. That's when we realized that didn't fix it. It's not leaking water. It's just not getting water. So we have to figure out why it's not getting water. All right. So here is the heat exchanger for our generator. Raw water is supposed to come in here and go out there. Antifreeze comes in here and goes out there. And it has all these tubes inside it. And the raw water travels through the tubes, and this is the radiator. This is how boat engines, be it the generator engine or the actual engine for the sailboat, cool themselves. Instead of having a radiator with fins, I've taken the end plate off of this already so that you can kind of see some of those holes in there, and that's where the raw water moves through. But as I'll show you in a second, this thing is so clogged that we thought it was just the impeller. We put a new impeller on it. It's calcified so that it's blocked, and I have to get all that out so that it will work. So let's take it apart. Okay, so this is the end cap of the heat exchanger. You can see all the holes down in there. Sorry, this light is making all the flickering. It's an LED light. I don't know why it flickers, but it is what it is. So this is the raw water inlet, and as you can see, it was so calcified down there. Like, I actually took a drill bit. I've already poked one hole in it, right? But that was completely clogged. And since this sits like this, I assume it all settled down there and just calcified. So what I'm gonna do, I have to rod out all of these holes. I have to carve out all of that so that water can get in here. And then we'll take the plate off of this end as well and make sure the other end is nice and clean and clear. Then when we put the new impeller in it, it should actually work. So let's get to rodding. All right, so taking a little drill bit and just kind of, this goes in those holes really nicely, so I can spin and kind of pull out all the calcium in those holes. Obviously that's not going to get all the way through, but opening up this end of it seems to be a really big part of it. I also have a whole bunch of these counterpin extractor tools, hose release, all that kind of stuff. It's a set that you can get. So these seem to be really good at like scraping off the sidewall some of this calcium and really getting large chunks of it out. Can't believe this thing was completely clogged. We burnt up an impeller thinking that the impeller was the problem, but it just couldn't flow water through it anyway. Man, that is full on clogged. As you can see, these are all the rocks that I pulled out. There was a lot more that just came out as like a paste, and I rinsed down the sink and stuff like that. So the generator's all back together, and it runs under load. We ran it for hours. We're running the refrigerator, charging batteries, running all of our bits. So
Running as it should.
Running as it should.
Just in time for something else to fail.
Don't jinx it.
Oh, no. It's
too
true.
late.
I speak facts. There's no voodoo here. This is just facts.
So, at this point, we wrongfully felt that we were ready to go. Optimistically felt we were ready to go.
We didn't know better. I think we had fixed everything that we knew to be wrong.
And we fixed it in a way that we felt would be correct. So if you watched last week's episode, I kind of alluded to the fact that my prop key fix would bite us in the butt. Big time. So anyway, we need to, we put the mainsail up just for practice there in the marina on a still day. It was stiff.
Our mainsail is attached to little cars that run up a track along the mast. And so they were a little bit stiff, so I went up and all the way up to the top of the mast and lubed it all the way down so it would run a little bit smoother.
I am today at the top of the mast going to lube this track that the mainsail goes up and down. Make sure that it goes up and down smoothly. So this track here, that goes all the way down. You can see all the way down this. And I've got this handy dandy silicone spray. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there we go. Silicone spray. I'm just gonna spray it as I go down. Should be quick and easy. It'll take 5 minutes all total. All right, folks, time to get to work.
So we went and bought a whole bunch of food. We went and spent a whole bunch of money to get health certificates for the dogs, so that we could.
Right.
Oh man, how much were the health certificates?
So the health certificates were, for all 4 of them, we spent over $500 to get health certificates for the dogs. And the health certificates are good for 30 days.
So it's time to leave. It was a horribly wrong decision, but we didn't know it at the time. We left for the Bahamas.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna go pull power. We're gonna slip lines and leave. We are headed out.
Bye-bye, Cape Marina.
Oh man.
Until next time.
We didn't make it.
Next week, we get rescued. We're stuck at Anchorage, and we make the most of it.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
We make the most of it. That's what we do.
Let's go.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the notification bell to get notifications when a new episode drops. And follow us on social media, Facebook and Instagram. We're at For Love of Wind. See you next time.
Bye.